the Four Tales podcast.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.
We're about to talk some comics and get a little bit controversial. Everything from indie books to movie deal level commercial. With no rehearsals when we converse to coerce you. And then we do the quick takes and try to get to the person. So join us and get your comic book a few more sales once a week wherever you pod. It's Four Tales. Once a week wherever you pod. It's Four Tales. We can't hear you, Kyron. We literally can't hear you.
Okay, is it?
Now I can.
Okay.
You know what? I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Can you not hear me?
I could not. I really could not hear you.
Okay, but you hear me now?
I know you got a thunderstorm in your area, so let me do the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Four Tales podcast. This is a wonderful, wonderful show hosted by Kyron Silva with me, Danny J. Quick, as the co-host, where we help you find your favorite new comic book.
This does not sound like the normal intro. What's going
on? It's not the normal intro. I don't have the notes. I don't have the notes, but if you're gonna be going in and out, I will talk.
All right. I think I got it. I think I'm okay. Can I do my actual intro?
Yes, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Taurus Comics, in collaboration with Fourth Wall Productions, respectfully brings to you the 190th episode of the Four Tales podcast. I am your host, Kyron Silva from Taurus Comics. Across the way is a mulberry scribe of Ace Blade, Danny J. Quick, and together we are your two award-winning blurred comic creators here to help you find your next favorite comic. We are live via Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you're listening or watching us live, thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and review this podcast because all your positive reviews and interactions help us reach a bigger audience. Danny, it's good to have you back, dude.
It's good to be back.
Yeah,
it's good to be back, man. Last few weeks have been tumultuous to say the least. But we are here. We are here, and
using 4-syllable words on me. Damn.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I am a writer. I actually have this app, this vocabulary app that's helping me expand my vocabulary. So
okay,
I've been today's word is desiccated. That's the word of the day. You can't see it.
Desiccated. What does desiccated mean?
Desiccated means dried up or dehydrated, like a desiccated corpse or something like that. So yeah.
I think somebody got desiccated in Facebook today.
Somebody definitely got desiccated. And if you can tell me when I'm lying, it was definitely a desiccation.
I will stop you when you're telling lies. I will.
Yeah. But you know, that's not what we're here for. We're here for positivity.
What's up, Paige? Paige in the chat as usual.
What up, Paige? Man, thank you for joining us, man. How you been, Kyron? You been doing all right? You're looking good.
Thank you. I've been holding it down the last 2 weeks without you, so I feel good.
Yeah, you don't need me for this show. I'll pop in just for quick takes, and it will be good to go.
I swear, your quick take signal was like your spidey senses were just tingling, saying Kyron's doing quick takes. No, this ain't happening. I gotta hop on real quick.
It's 8:45. I gotta get in there. No, man, I literally was running, and thankfully. I mean, I'll tell you what happened. My daughter is going. My middle daughter Stephanie is going to college. She's been accepted to UNCG.
Congratulations!
And, she is applying for a scholarship that required some documentation from me. We had to go down to the military base the following morning, and I had to get that documentation before it got too late. So I was stressing about getting it, and thankfully, my next door neighbor was able to help me out with it, but it took a lot longer than it should have. So again, I apologize, man. I definitely wanted to be here, and it was a midweek episode. It was an extra episode that we wanted to put on. So, and shout out to Sean Barber because y'all did a great job last week.
His name is Barbour, not Barber.
Oh, Barbour, Sean Barbour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question: did you know next week? Do you know what next week is for us?
Episode 191.
Well, yeah, yes, the episode's up, but next week, actually, on Thursday, marks the 5-year anniversary of us doing a podcast.
Wow.
Yeah,
5 years, man.
I
That's
know.
that's a lot of podcasts don't make it 5 years.
I know.
Um, that's special. I might have to
Hmm.
send you something. I might have to send
Um,
you a little something.
Paige asks a question: does a creator's political policy matter in you supporting their project if their comic does not have a political angle? Um,
Um, you want
I,
to answer
I
that?
I'll tell you this, Paige. For me personally, I don't think necessarily the political leaning matters, but how they present themselves and their political leanings to me matters. I have definitely supported people that their political leanings are different from mine, but the way they present themselves online and conduct themselves online is one of the reasons why I do support them.
Yeah, I think a lot of us in indie comics, a lot of times people are going to support you before they support your work. They're going to
Yeah.
know you before they know your work, especially in the indie circle. So,
Yep.
the political policy, man, I got the co-creator of Ace Blade. I've told you, he grew up differently than me. We have differing opinions on things, but we respect each other, and we can have a conversation about things without it devolving into name calling and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
if you can respect people, if you can treat people the right way, I'll read your comic. And if the comic book is good, then the comic is good.
Yeah. And it's not that hard just to treat people with respect. I don't know why that's so difficult in today's day and age and social media where everybody's out there just trying to get clicks. But that's the biggest thing is just treat people with respect and we'll support you. Tony Clapper, creator of 5 Star Comic Con, which Danny and I will both be at
Yep.
June 20th and 21st.
Yep. 71 days, 3 hours, and 50 minutes from now, we will be at 5 Star Comic Con in
Fi-
Dayton, Ohio.
Find out everything at 5starcomiccon.com. Blurred Otaku says, hey.
What's up, Blurred? It's good to see you, bro.
All right.
But the weeks before, I said I was having a hard time. I was very downtrodden.
Mm.
And thankfully we have a creator here who
Mm-hmm.
is respectable, who's great. We both met him at Heroes
Heroes
Con.
Con.
Was it last year or the year before last?
It was
Last year?
last year. It
It
was
was
just
last year.
last year.
My brain. I'm sorry, my brain. Kalvin Harris is here. He's been making comic books for a nice little time now as an artist, as a writer, as a co-creator. He is starting a thrilling new chapter with Papa Bear Comics. Welcome to the show, Kalvin.
He's got a cool looking book in his hands
Wait
also.
a minute.
Man, I meant to tell you, this came in the mail, and
I appreciate it. I was trying to find you. I was trying to find your book before, but I'm in a new location and I got all my books away. And I was like, man, I cannot find this book anywhere.
there's no problem. You know what? I'll give you one at Heroes Con, all right?
There we go. There we go.
Hey, man, I
Welcome to the
appreciate
show,
y'all
man.
inviting me on, man. Thank you.
Yeah. If you would, man, give the people background on you, how long you've been making comics, and what you're here to talk about.
Well, I'm Kalvin Harris, father of 4, got 1 grandson. We got to talk about that.
Mm.
I've been making
Grandpapa Bear.
comics since oh, yeah, Grandpa.
Grandpapa
If
comes.
people are going to ask where the name comes from, my daughter has always called me that. My oldest daughter has always called me Papa Bear, and it starts sticking. People start saying PB, Papa Bear. So I just took ownership of it, and I'm proud to walk around and be called that. But yeah, comic books, man, I've just been doing it forever. From a kid, riding my bikes to try to get books, cutting grass to try to get books. My brother's friend was one who introduced me to comics. They're older than me. He's probably 10 years older than me, and they were coming back from track practice, and he would walk by me. His name was George Bowman. And he would say, "What you doing, little Harris?" And I was like, "Nothing." I'm little, of course. And he would just drop a book, and it would be like Defenders, Thor, or whatever. I just started reading comic books and could draw, and it just caught on. So just been making comic books since I've been in elementary school. So yeah.
Okay. So
love that.
you have a book coming out called Downtrodden. What is the premise of this book?
So it's a Southern supernatural story. So it takes place in the South. I thought that would be important. I'm actually from Columbus, Georgia. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Columbus, Georgia. You're not okay. My dad was military, so I've been all over the place. But Columbus, Georgia is what I claim. I raised my kids in Columbus, Georgia, and I went to. So what I did, there used to be a place down there called Indian Lake, and it started building. We used to go swimming in it. The lake, we go swimming. Yeah, we were country than a dozen eggs. We were country, and what we what we ended up doing. The places gave me ideas of what I could do with it because I used to always think that, hey, I'm gonna find an arrowhead, mystic stuff. So as I guess the story started developing, probably back then, when I look back on it. But the story itself is about a woman who's trying to get her family back. She's ancient, she's old, she's paid the dues, and her family has been taken away from her, and she wants her family back. And she tries to put some things in motion. And as always, you already know in comic books, things go south. And when it goes
Yeah.
south, that's why these people have the powers.
Okay, wait. Before we get on, Adam, we're trying not to be divisive in the chat today. Okay, we're trying to
Nah,
show
man,
love.
Adam, that's a greeting. That's a that's a platitude from Adam Sparks. That's literally how he greets me every time we see each other. So, but I do. Hey, Adam, you saw Bronny scored 10 points in an NBA game last night, though. You saw that. I just want to point that out.
Yeah,
But
Bronny up to like 12 points for the entire year, if I'm not mistaken.
but Calvin, um, you said something that I caught there. Now I've heard you talk about the Downtrodden before, and you said that the main character is old, but you just said she's ancient. Ancient, it said it means a
Ancient
little
is
something
old.
different. Now, being old
So,
is one thing. Being ancient
but
is
see, all right, let
another.
me get it. Let me break it down. So you all, you said you all the great. So I'm gonna say
Mhm.
you all old. I'm ancient. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm ancient. So you know what I'm saying?
no.
But no, seriously, man. She's ancient, man. She's it's funny, you said something that I think you all were going back and forth on something on one of your shows. And I'm all so me and my co-writer, Josh Carter, my
Mhm.
buddy, Josh will spill it. He'll just start telling it all. But wait, tell people. And then I'm the not one to hold it. I have a book done. I'm trying to hold it. Don't show on the book. And I think you said something like, "Hey, man, sometimes you got to reveal it. You got to put it out there."
Mhm.
So, to be honest with you, man, I
You
decided
just gotta
since
whip
I
it
was
out
coming on your
sometimes,
show,
you know.
yeah, just
Not not
yeah,
not on our show.
yeah.
Not on our show. But
No, I won't do it. That's how I got kicked out of third grade. But yeah, that's But no, man,
no,
I just decided just to put it out there, and I wanted to put it out there on your show first. Yeah.
no, I appreciate it. We appreciate that, man. I think I really do think that the one of the only ways that we can really compete in comics, and I know we're not really competing with Marvel and DC, is that we have to talk about these stories with each other. We got to read them. We have to buy them. We got to read them, and we got to talk about them. And for
Yeah.
me, if the comic book has been released, if it is available for me to purchase, then it's okay for me to talk about. And I enjoy I enjoy talking about comic books. So it's just a natural part of the thing. Just like people are talking about Absolute Robin right now. People are talking about what's going on with Marvel and DC. They did was show the cover. Nobody's read that book yet. Nobody's gotten that book to be able to read it yet, but people are talking about it. And that's how we get to know that's how we get to know what stories we want. So when you said ancient, that intrigued me. You know what I'm saying? Like ancient
Yeah.
again means something else. Now it could mean that she's just an older lady. She might be in her 60, 70, she might be 80, but that might mean that she's
She's
500 years
BC.
old or something like that.
She's BC. She's old.
Oh,
Okay.
Garden of Eden, though. You know what I'm saying? And
Ah,
yeah,
is her name
she
Eve?
wants
What?
to. It's not Eve, but it's
okay.
someone else. I'm just gonna say
Yvette?
we
What?
call her L. We call her L. We call her L because I don't want to give
Oh,
that much away, but we call her L. But and she's the one that you are sent with the lady. I don't know if you have the picture. She had the dreadlocks and is blowing the horn and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
She gets her hands on that horn.
is it
She
this one?
sends the preacher. Yeah, that's her. That's her.
Okay.
And that guy you see in the background, those are my holy rollers. I call them church folks. That's what they call themselves, church folks. And they're
Mhm.
revival preachers. And they go around and he has a little power how to heal people. He heals people with his blood. So they hustle and get money off people that healed and stuff. But he didn't realize, he didn't know what was going on with him because how he got his abilities, I guess. And if you have that zero issue, it would start alluding to that. But yeah, he goes to they go there at the revival. They're having a good time. They give them money. And when she sends him to get that horn because she wants to grant a desire for him, he has desires that your woman desires. He puts his hand on the horn, and that's when things go south. The horn's not pure anymore. He doesn't say anything about it, and so she gets the horn. She does everything. She blows that horn, and things go south because the horn is tainted, and that's when everything happens. The spirits of her children that were there, the spirits of them, in which they are, I tell you, they are the Nephilim spirits. They go out everywhere, go inside. They go inside people, and they're awakened inside those kids, and
Okay.
they're trying to figure it out. It's going to get real. They're going to get hunted. It's the downtrodden. It's always something. You think about downtrodden, you think about people being oppressed, and in this book, it's always something.
You see,
I, I,
Miss Denitra in the
I was about to say that
chat. Now
already
I've heard,
gotten ideas thrown out there.
I've
Yep, she
heard,
already got it. She's in
I've
there.
heard some
All right,
stories
let's go
about a
to that.
character named Lilith in the Bible, who some people say was Adam's first wife. So
Mhm.
if you're
Nope.
saying that her name is El and she's BC and she's ancient, hey, see
There you-
that kind of thing right there intrigues folks.
Connecting.
there we
Put
go.
it together.
That's
So
what she.
yeah,
That's
like I
right.
said, I think we have to talk about. I mean, don't give the whole story away, but
No, go ahead.
yeah,
Give the whole story away. Go ahead. Give the whole story away. It's all right.
Well, I mean, what I want to do was set the universe up because I think it's important to set it up. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I love how everybody has a different style. But you're always afraid that you're doing stuff too slow. But I wanted to make sure that I had the universe set up. Josh, when we were talking, he's a great writer because I'm an artist by nature. That's what I am. I can create things. But man, I had to get some help. He came in and man, it's helped me out so much. And now we collaborate so much. I want to be clear about that. We're building this thing together, and we're building a whole world. And it's we're breaking out when all this happens. It opens up magic. It brings back everything in the world. So the world's going to get hit with all these different things. Yeah.
How is that working with a writer? I mean, this is your idea, but how is that working out for you? Bringing somebody in to help mold this for you.
Well, I mean, you can't do everything yourself. When I first started, I had wrote a lot of, I had wrote it, I had drawn it a few times, the first issue, and I met him at work, and people was like, "Hey, this guy, he's in the comics." But when you think about that, you go, "Oh yeah, he just likes to watch one of the movies in comics." And I'm not down anybody who likes Marvel movies or DC movies, but it's a difference if you read comics, you know that. And
sure.
we started talking. I thought, "Oh yeah, he really does read comics." So originally, I was going to bring him in just to do some editing because I had read some of his work and liked it. And then I started reading some more, and I was, "Hey man," and we started clicking. I said, "You want to come in and do some co-writing?" And he was just like, "Yeah," he was like, and I was waiting for him to ask, but I didn't want to overstep. And I'm like, so we got to know each other, and now I mean we're like family now, man. We go to cons together, we hang out together. You saw him, he's the real.
Yep.
You can't tell if he's black or white, man. He looks, he's just real pale. I hope he's watching, but he's a cool dude, man.
He's a cool dude. Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah.
No,
My friend,
I think that's great to be able to find somebody that you can collaborate with. It's not always easy for people to let other folks take a little control of their creation, man. And I think comic books especially are a collaborative process. They are by nature a collaborative process because most people who write stories don't draw, and then people who draw might not color, and people who color might not be able to ink or do lettering, and then none of us are usually business people who can publish and
man,
sell books. So
That right there.
that's the hard. That's the hard part right there. Man. I don't know how you. Man, I'm at work and I go. I looked on my phone, and I promise you, you're on everything. And when I opened my phone, I said, Danny is out there selling it. And I'll be honest with you, man. It's that's the other part of it. I don't want to be just a comic maker. I want to be a business. I want to be
Mhm.
more a business owner, if that makes sense. I don't want to be self-employed. I want to bring in other artists. We're getting ready to start looking for another artist to draw another book that we do. And
Mm.
Josh actually led on that one. It's just I'm trying to build a company, not just putting out a book, if that makes sense.
I know some good artists. If you're looking
I
for
know you
somebody,
already look.
there's
I
folk.
know.
I know he's quite busy with multiple projects and multiple horses and cows in projects. But
And
you know,
corgis. I added a corgi to this book too.
really,
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
drew a corgi in the book.
we used to have a corgi, man. Those some different dogs.
that's a different way. But no, man, like I said, it's one of my favorite things about comic books is the collaborative process, and it's not easy, but it's one of the more rewarding things about comic books. So I want to ask, when you are giving up, some of the freedom in the story, and letting somebody else write it, does he get to put? Is he more, writing your vision, or is he getting to add some of his elements to the vision, some of his ideas and thoughts to the creative process?
So I would say this, man. The first few books that we put out was like stuff that I had in motion, and then the one I just got finished drawing now. He pretty much almost wrote that whole book. And the
Mm,
last issue that I'm going to draw, he wrote that one. But like I said, this is over books. It takes time to trust, and
mm,
I trust him. He's a cool dude. He does the work. I mean, sometimes he might take a little longer to write than he needs to, but I get it out of him. Give him a bear hug. But no, seriously, he really knocks it out. But I would say this. My thought for this, and I want to be clear. So the downtrodden was going, and over time, I kind of felt like I'm a we kind of person, if that makes sense. So I always say it takes all of us to make it work. I'm not necessarily saying I did this and I did this and I did that, because I do feel like it's a team things. But we're getting ready to work on our next book, which is called Apex. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a story idea, Superman with issues, gave me some stuff like that, and he was like,
mhm,
"Hey, look, man, I really want to go on here and show my stuff. I want to write this whole book." So I just gave him a few tips. Man, Josh ran through that book, wrote 5 issues, and he's a writer on the next book that comes out. He did all the writing on that. He did.
oh wow,
So
Mm.
opposed to me drawing it, and I was gonna draw it, but I really want to bring another artist in, and I want to bring another Kyron. Sorry, something's in my chest.
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
get Kyron to draw another book, or maybe refer somebody. I'm down for referrals too. But I'm gonna be looking for artists. I'm gonna be looking for more writers. I'm looking for a female writer, as a matter of fact, because I feel like I would like to get a female perspective.
Denitra out here just saying
Exactly.
it. She'll do a fantastic story for you. So
Hey, and Miss
Yeah.
Denitra is a great writer. She writes films. She does short films.
Oh,
I did do a
wow.
cameo in one of her early films. So, she is an amazing writer. So definitely,
Yeah.
there's definitely talented folks online for sure.
Yeah.
So, no, I think that's great.
Yeah.
now there's 3 issues right now, right? There's issue 0, 1, and 2. If I remember correctly on your website, it's supposed to be 5 parts
5
altogether.
issues, right?
Week 5, yeah, including the zero issue. The zero issue is going back in the past, so we decided to make it zero instead of the regular ones. So I'm going to take back issues and go backwards if it's the past, and go forward with the other issues.
Okay. So when can we expect issue 3, 4, and 5 to be coming out?
I just finished. Is that color? I have a guy coloring it. He did number 2. His name is Danny. I can't pronounce Danny's last name. Carmaccio. Do y'all know?
Nope.
He's over in Italy. Yeah,
Okay.
he did. He was referred to me by a guy named Jack Harris, who did Terminus Vale.
Oh yeah, okay.
And yeah, Jack, man, Jack has given me so much information. Between him and I hit him and Greg Burnham crazy to get information. But yeah, he gave me him as referral. I love referrals, and I reached out to him. So now he just got through doing the flattening with the colors, and he's going to start sending me pages shortly. So number 3, the next issue is already done. penciled, inked, done. And I'm already 7 pages into the next the last issue.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice.
trying to make it happen. So
No, that's a hustle, man. That's man. I'm telling you, it's hard to be consistent in comics. I mean, like I said, it's easier when you have a good team. When you got a team of people that you can put in place and trust them to do the work. Um, but even I'm 10 years into this thing. I just had to push back a Kickstarter because I just don't feel like, I didn't feel like the project was ready. So um and that
no,
happens too. So I how do you deal with delays and things like that? Is it you just count it as part of the process, or um do you have you had to fire anybody yet?
one time, and had a buddy. I won't say a name. And he was like, "Man, please, Cal, let me color it. Let me color it. Come on, man." I was just like, "No business with, I know you a little much. The people you know the most, but they'll get you, sometimes." And then it gets weird if you have to fire them. And he got up to page 30, 31, somewhere there, and then tried to call him because it stopped. And I just got an
Mm,
email, "Hey, man, I can't do this anymore. Sorry, get you another colors." And I knew him. I was like, "What?"
Damn.
good grief.
Now, if you know me, you can't stop me, man. Yeah, not gonna stop me. I was like, "Cool, I got you." Guess what? He might have had something going on. I just felt like it wasn't meant to be, and it wasn't our time to work together. I didn't like that I came out the money, but it was just money. I could make that back. And what I did, I went and I reached out to Jack, and Jack gave me a professional colorist. And then for issue 0, I have another colorist. He's a young guy, real good colorist too. And he colored in the style I wanted. His name is Lyle Speck. Did a good job, and he was fresh out of school. He was in art school at the time. He's out now, and he's looking for work now. So if you don't know anybody, he's solid. Send me the pages every week. We settled on, hey, how many pages you gonna send me every week? What are you gonna do? Just do what you say. Talk to me if something's going on. I make it okay if something's going on now. I mean, if it's too much going on, I can't do it because it's a business. But it's rare. I'm not a haggler, I would call it. You know how people haggle for prices.
Yeah.
So if you give me a price and you tell me what your price is, I'm not gonna haggle with you. I'm either gonna, if I can't afford it, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna haggle. Because my thing is this: you told me that price that you gave me was you giving me 100% of yourself.
Mhm.
So if you tell me, hey, it's gonna be $100 a page, and I'm going, wow, can you do it for 80? Can you do it for 50? How can I get mad at you? Because you told me 100 was gonna be what it was gonna take to get the best out of me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just want to let you know
Yeah,
my,
that's
my
how.
page rates are $500 a page. That's just for pencils, and it's like
That's not true.
$300 for
That's not
inks.
true at all. That's not true at
Danny
all.
pays me good. I'm just letting you know.
Hey, I promise you. I listen. He barely gets paid at this point, but he's doing amazing
Hey,
work. I'm trying to
man, I
I'm trying
tell
to
you,
keep up with him. I'm trying to keep up with him. He's ahead of me right now. Shoot.
I know,
Um.
man. Hey, Danny, I got a question for you, man. You brought up those Kickstarters. How are
Mhm.
those Kickstarters on your nerves? They were rough on me.
Terrible. That's where the gray came from.
Yeah.
Like I just turned 41 7 days ago. That's
What?
why I
Okay.
got no hair up here. I
Oh,
got
that's
gray hair
right.
down
We didn't
here.
even get to wish you a happy birthday because you were gone. That's
Happy
right.
I
birthday,
was
man.
gone. I was gone. But no, man, these Kickstarters are stressful, but they are
Yeah.
such a good platform. You and congratulations on your successful Kickstarters, man. It's not easy, but it's like they got a platform that is built in. It's built in that people want to support projects on there. So I advocate for Kickstarter, but
Have, have any of you guys looked at to other platforms like Find My Comic, Backer Kit, or anything like that to see if you can break off into that and maybe get some money from there?
Try it. I mean, it's a good idea. I need to look into those. I haven't. It's Kickstarter, man. It puts you, man. Just getting through the Kickstarter alone was like. So yeah, it's a good way to raise some funds. I think with me with the Kickstarter was what I had to realize. I realized early was the first one we did decent numbers. I think it's over $7,000 the first one, and we were happy. But I started thinking to myself, I was, who supported me? And I was like, hey, I know them. Oh, that's my cousin. That's my
Yeah.
mom. That's my brother. And I started thinking, I said, wait, you only get one support on that one. Next go around, it might be
Yeah.
different. So I started trying to build some people who were really into comics. And the next one, I I was kind of right because I launched that thing and it was like crickets at first. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, what's happening? So I had to work, man, and I had to get around because I felt like I was begging. And I think Josh told me, he said, man, you're not begging, man. You're giving them something for something. It's a
Yeah.
swap.
I
And
mean,
I got out of my
it's
pride.
you're basically advertising yourself. You're putting yourself out there and letting people know, just like Marvel and DC does. You're just doing it on a smaller platform, but you're advertising yourself.
Yeah. Once I did that, I just started sending messages back and forth to people. And then I'm not gonna lie, the guy from he lives not too far from me. I found out. You all know the guy Sean Crystal from Ink Pope.
Sean
He has a thing called he hangs with Mateo Scalero and all them, Eric Canetti and all those.
The
If
name
you know
sounds
him,
familiar, but
Yeah.
I can't place it.
just he hooked me up. He did it was shot me because I had people sharing. I think Greg shared my stuff, and then he shared it, and they have bigger, they have bigger platforms. And once I reached out to those kind of guys, it went over the top, and it helped. They shared it to their page, and it went up fast, but it was rough that last one. Yeah,
Hey,
got a
but
question for
we
you
made.
guys.
Hmm.
Well, no.
I
This
know,
is
I
our
know.
interview. We're supposed to be questioning you. You can't be
Oh, okay,
questioning.
I'm
No,
sorry.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go
Last
ahead.
question, Cal. Last question.
All right, last question. How do y'all working at the cons, man? Because I saw you guys working at the con, and man, y'all were making it happen. Everybody knew you. You were walking around interviewing people. I mean, how are you all making it so good at the cons?
That's all him.
No. Kyron has the contacts. Kyron literally knows the professionals. He's this dude's brain is is different. Kyron's brain is just different. I'm the type of person that I'm gonna give it a shot. Whatever it is that we have an idea to do, I'm gonna try it. So
I'll
that's
give you
kind of
that.
why we pair up well.
I'll give you that. Danny will try anything at least once. So when I had like a crazy idea, like let's just go around walk the floor and interview people, and he was like, "All right, let's do it." And I was like, "Are you sure?"
That's awesome.
And
I love
thankfully,
it,
like
man.
there were a lot of people that we talked to on the show before. Like Dan
Yeah,
Frag was there. Like a lot of
Stephanie
creators that
Williams.
we talked to. Yeah, Stephanie Williams was there. We've had conversations with them on the show, so we felt more comfortable. Going up to them and saying things. But then it was just like there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people here. Why can't we just walk up and another one of my things is that every business needs marketing. Every business in the world needs to
Easy.
find their market. So this is a platform where we literally help people find their next favorite comic book. We say it every week. And if we can't go up and talk to people about comics, then nobody's gonna be able to do it. So
And I
Yeah.
think also for us, we don't ask for anything. Like we don't ask to get paid. We don't ask for you guys to shout us out or anything. Even when we have our guests on, we don't say tell people that you're going to be on it because we're gonna promote as much as we can for you. But I think when people see that how genuine you are about how much we love doing this, it makes it easier to work with us.
yeah, I think so.
Gotcha.
I think so. Okay. All right. So it's time for my favorite part of the show. Quick takes. Kyron, whenever you're ready.
Quick takes.
All right. So, if you haven't seen the show before, Quick Takes is a rapid fire Q&A session where we grill our guests on their deepest, darkest secrets from the internet. These questions are just designed for our audience to get to know you a little bit better. We're gonna ask you 5 questions, and you're gonna have 45 seconds each to answer the questions. Okay. So question 1. Your boy JC. He said this thing in some videos that you were with, called Happy Endings. He kept saying happy endings, and I want to know what that's about. I want to know what the happy
But
endings is about.
when I was in the military, no.
Whoa,
No,
whoa.
listen, you know, I had to get on to him about that. Happy ending. You know, we're gonna keep it PG. We're gonna go off screen. No, but no, seriously, happy endings is just how it is. Everything ends well. I told you, Josh would say some stuff and put his foot in it, and I do my best to make it funny and clean it up. But I
Mhm.
got hit with a lot of people on the happy end. That's all I can say about that.
He said, I think I saw two videos where he said, of course, it was a Friday. He was saying, it's Friday and that's a happy ending, the end of the week.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's funny. It's a little pun, but I was like, he might just be too young or too innocent to know that there's a different, there's a different meaning to
Cool.
that.
No, I think he knows. He knows.
He
There's no
definitely
way he
knows.
does
I
not
think he
know.
knows too, or he remembers something. I don't know.
Mhm.
Whoa.
All right. So question number 2. Y'all decided to do something that I thought was kind of cool. You decided to do a limited release. I think you only printed 300 copies of one of the, was it issue 0 or issue 1
Issue
of
zero.
Downtrodden? Issue 0.
Mhm.
Tell me, what's the thought behind that? I know comic book people are all about, collector's editions and wanting to have something rare. So I think that's a great idea. But tell me your thought behind doing a limited release.
Well, what I want to do, we wanted to do something special for the people who definitely support us. We wanted to do something to do what people do in comics is collect. So we thought that would be a good way for them to collect. And after this comes out, those 300 copies, all we're going to do is digital. You'll be able to get a digital copy, get in your hands back on those original 3, and they're numbered. If you look at the back, they're numbered. Zero, I mean 1 of 300. We just thought it would just be a great idea that people seem to get behind it and they buy it. Um, Looking now, because people have been buying so many bundles, probably wish I had did 500, but 3 it is. So I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, hey, I like it. I like it. Yeah, you said 300. It got to be 300. I just got to make sure I get me one before they get
Well, I
sold
got
out. Got it. So that's dope. I really do think that that's really cool, especially in the comic space. Like, we know collectors are a big part of the audience. So, and the rarity, is a great selling point. So, question 3: you are a traditional inker. I've seen you do videos where you use the brush, you use the pen. Tell me, what is it about traditional inks? Because most people only do digital these days. Um, Not throwing any shots at anybody that's on the screen, but digital inks is preferred by a lot of artists. So what is it about traditional inks that keeps you doing it?
I'm old. It's simple mode. I That's all I knew, man. That's all I know is to do that. I bought a tablet one time and I never turned it on. I ended up just giving it to a buddy who wanted it. I think it was a Huey on 16 or something. And I was like, hey, I can't use it, so I gave it to him. Um, but I'll be honest with you, it feels good, man. So I like the ink more than I like it, no doubt.
Mm,
But pencil is important to be able to ink. So I do this thing where I feel like I have to earn the right to ink. So I will pencil 4 pages, ink 4 pages, pencil
mm.
4 pages, ink pages. So I'm earning a reward to be able. But I just love it. It's therapeutic.
Hey, I like it. I like it. There's nothing wrong with digital inks at all. There are some great digital inkers. But I just, it's an art. It's an art, and I love to see traditional inks. Um, so question number 4. The only reason that Kyron hasn't kicked me off right at this point is because it's quick takes. If this was any other part of the show, he would already kick me out. But question
Oh
number
man.
4. Question number 4. Um, you talked about it a little earlier, but it's again, it's hard to $7,000 is a great goal for especially indie comics. So in 45 seconds, can you give our audience, we got a lot of creators in our audience, give us some crowdfunding advice?
Uh, get rid of your own ego. Understanding that if you want it bad, uh, your dreams are not gonna. They don't care if you're tired. What I would tell you is this: you need to network. You need to talk to people. You need to tell people about your book. You need to reach out privately. You need to put yourself anywhere. Every conversation, my angle was to how can I get to talking about the Downtrodden? Can I talk about my book? Another thing is going to these comic shops. Believe it or not, man, the comic book shop owners, man, they'll support you. But you have to tell them, give me something special. You got to think outside the box. There's no rules of how we have to do it. That's the greatest thing about being independent. There are no rules. We're still creating it. And those Kickstarters are just major. I mean, you just take advantage of them and you get out there and you do it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna put that on my list. The comic book shops in this area. I gotta make sure before I do this next Kickstarter, I'll reach out and actually do some events. So, I'm glad you mentioned that.
I got some. Yeah, I got. I'll tell you, it's funny you say that because I saw that some people do Kickstarter tiers just for the shops.
Mm-hmm. Retailer tiers.
One of the shop I use, yeah, they do it. I think Tony Cade told me that, and then Chris from Infinite Reality told me the same thing. And but they both supported my Kickstarter outside of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's good on your Kickstarter. If you and Kyron, I know you do more digital, but if you want to do, I did original art on that first one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I did not expect those original arts to go so fast. Those were the first things, and they were the high tiers. They were just like, I want original art. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had Kyron do some sketch covers and stuff for us in the past.
I've also given you the original pages to issues 1 and 2. I don't know, like Kyron's the hand-drawn original pages. Like,
Kyron's gonna have a new co-host. Kyron's gonna have a new co-host next week. All right, question number 5. We always have our guests do a top 5 list off the top of their head in honor of the show Top 5 Live that is still on hiatus right now, I guess. So since your story is about a woman trying to get her family back, I want to know, what are your top 5 revenge movies?
Oh God, I can't think. My wife I just watched this one with my wife. I was trying to watch it, and she made me watch it. When the mother, they essayed the daughter, and the daughter, she took way to act like she was crazy, and she's the one who went back and killed all of them. It was on Netflix. Somebody.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the name of that one, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. Then we got some. I'm old. I'm gonna say "Spit on Your Grave." That old one.
Okay.
Let me think of some revenge. I was almost finished started singing James Brown. Goodness gracious. Is that Dead Presidents when he come back and the guy beats him when he beats Terrence Howard?
I'll take Dead President. I'll take Dead President.
I think I ran out of time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think Dead Presidents is more of a heist movie, but there's some revenge in there for sure.
Something.
Yeah. But no, thank you. It's the top 5 is hard. That's the hardest question. It's always tough because you're on the spot. But no, thank you for doing that for us. This week, Quick Takes has been sponsored by 5 Star Comic Con. We're going to be in Dayton, Ohio, at the Dayton Convention Center in 71 days, 3 hours and 14 minutes. Kyron and I will be there. The 5 Star Comic Con is a 2-day celebration of comics, pop culture, anime, gaming, cosplay, and more at the Dayton Convention Center in Dayton, Ohio. And we hope to see you there. Kyron, you can kick me off now if you want.
Okay.
Oh man.
He said I could.
It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since I got kicked off the show, so this is good. I wasn't here for the past 2 weeks, so
I know. Took his birthday off. Then he said, "I'll be there on Wednesday." Then he didn't show up until like the last 5 minutes.
I was here for the last 8 minutes. Hey, come on now.
Then he got the banker hours, huh? You got the banker hours. Just come when you want to, huh?
Must be nice. Kalvin, we appreciate you being on and letting us talk about the Downtrodden and what you got going on. But we want to make sure our listeners and our people follow you. So where's the best places online for them to do that?
It's simple. IG. It's simple. It's Kalvin Harris, and it's Kalvin with a K. My mom was being different. Her name is Katie. So
my kid's name's Kalvin with a K also.
And then if you want to hit me on TikTok, it's Papa Bear Comics on TikTok. And yeah, you can hit me on both those. If you want to hit me on my website, popularcomics.com.
There you go. All right, Danny. Where can people find you online, Danny?
If you want to find me, the best place to go.
That's nice. All right.
Oh, man.
I already knew it was coming. I already knew it was
Danny,
coming.
I'm so sorry.
This is how Kyron likes to assert his control.
I am spiteful as
in this relationship. You see, it's an abusive relationship. Every week, I get told that I'm the co-host, but I have no power. I get kicked off randomly.
You literally have the same login I do to do this. You just don't want to use it.
But if you want to find me, fourthwallpros.com. We have delayed the Kickstarter for Ace Blade number 10 and the Omnibus. I do not have a date yet. But if you want to find me online,
the best day you should launch it is, at 5-Star Comic Con. But
hey, might do it. Might do it. 71 days.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to find me, say it again.
It'll give you some time to get ready.
Definitely will. If you want to find me on social media,
you got my support.
I appreciate it.
At the have my axe.
Kyron, where can people find you?
You can find me at tauruscomics.com. I am at all social media platforms at Taurus Comics. And this is the first time you ever checked out our podcast. You can go to our website, fourtalespodcast.com. That is the number 4, TALES podcast.com. You can listen to previous episodes, buy merchandise, find out who's going to be with us next week, which next week we're going to have writer Ashley Lant on the show talking about her books. So we're glad to have that. But until next time, everybody, we want to say sayonara, goodbye, and please take care of yourselves.
Music provided by my brother, Quix Made It. Find him online in YouTube, Instagram, and SoundCloud.
I want to know what it is Quick is trying to say.